You guys don't have huckleberries down in Fillmore?
No, we do not. Flores, the huckleberry queen, and Mary. They know how to make huckleberry pancakes, but I don't. We don't have them in Montana. But I know how to pick them.
Yeah.
And I know how to eat them.
Yeah.
And I know how to make jam and pies and dumplings.
Oh. When are you going to go pick McFlora?
I don't know that yet.
Not yet.
After the reunion's over, we'll put our heads together on some schedules with the rest of you who are left behind. Paul said to tell everybody hello from the reunion.
Did he?
And he's sorry he couldn't be here, but he does not fly on an airplane, and his eyes and his ears are just not able to cope with this much noise.
Well, he's probably greatly blessed not to have to mess with the airlines. Sitting and sitting and waiting and waiting.
My flight was right on time. Everything went really smooth.
Yeah, you went well, huh? I wish we could say the same. Oh well, we got there.
Somehow these are sticking. I thought we put enough oil on.
This one does not seem to stick as bad as that one. No, mine doesn't stick bad. Mine doesn't get as hot as that one either. Yes.
Ooh.
I'm gonna set. Let me put these in here.
More.
How tall are you, Norman? How tall are you in your prime?
Yeah, probably about 6'3.5" now, sis.
Well, what was your prime?
6'4". Yeah.
So you were taller than Dad.
Yeah. Oh. Well, we are on the last day of April. I'm sorry, last day of July 2023, and here Sister Flora is slaving away cooking
Yes.
huckleberry pancakes,
Oh my
as
gosh,
promised.
yes.
Ooh.
Yes.
And Mary's
And
over
this is
here
what
eating them as fast as she can make them.
And here's what huckleberries look like.
Oh, look at those huckleberries. Huckleberries, huckleberries. Whoa.
I picked these up on Dixie.
I know that's like 5 hours worth of huckleberry.
You know that? That'll can it. About $60 a gallon.
Yeah, it's so small.
I think that's a sign of love.
Get like one pancake worth. Well, the kids on the hike yesterday, they were all next to the trail, just tiny ones. But it was, we were doing about.
What time you got up, brother? We were concerned.
I had to keep herding them on because they were picking everything.
Couldn't leave the cook down here. I had to come supervise. So?
Well, I'll talk to you.
Oh.
Those are the
Curtis over there, that's Michelle's hubby. Didn't get in the video last night. I thought maybe they had gone. So glad they were able to make it this morning. You got this all figured out? No, Marina?
What was that?
You got this all figured out?
I'm trying to.
Trying to.
Yep.
It sounds complicated to me.
So,
Us. Her daughter. What's your daughter's name again?
Mikkel.
Mikkel. I should remember that. Oh,
These are both real things.
yeah. Ooh. That looked good. Yeah, well, many years from now, you can look back and say, I looked that beautiful at age 15. You'll be 87 or 90 at that time. Yeah, I was beautiful at 15.
Marina.
Oh, hi, Nor.
Hey,
Did
good
you want to
morning,
look at
ladies.
some jewelry?
We got to get
Michelle's
Michelle
got some-
on here
Michelle's
before
got some bling bling to
she
sell.
heads off to.
Are you interested in buying bling?
Wow. So we have some. Anything for men here? Ooh, nice. Sister Bonnie is giving away all of her jewelry. Oh. Have to capture the star of our reunion. He's been making lots of friends. You got this thing all figured out, Marcia?
No, I haven't even looked at it.
Oh, okay. I'll let you get to it.
All right, I'll be back to ask you some questions, I'm sure.
How's the huckleberry pancake?
I love it. Look what my
I better go get some then, hadn't I? Who's this young
This
fellow?
is Jeremy.
How old is he?
He is 5.5 months.
5.5 months. Gonna be a frisbee player, huh?
Ready for breakfast. It smells good in here.
All right.
Are you participating, Uncle Norm?
You,
Oh, wait, no, you can't.
oh, what a good-looking group of
And how old are you? 6.
heritage. That's our heritage right there. Right there.
10 right answers.
Mary is helping the youngsters understand what to do.
15 right answers. Grandpa and I are having some debate about it. If you get 10, 15 right answers, if you get 5 right,
Got figured out, Gabe?
How much of Grant County did you blow up with dynamite?
I can't hear.
How much of Grant County did you blow up with dynamite?
A lot.
Actually,
A lot.
you're gonna have to explain that to me.
A whole bunch.
Okay, where is that?
And I won't give any more detail. I'm not supposed to, I guess. This is Mr. William, the oldest of Brian and Ellen Floyd. Hey, how old are you now?
23.
23. How old is Gabe? 21?
Have you been to the World Trade Center?
Huh?
Have you been to the World Trade Center?
What?
World Trade Center.
Yeah, what about
Have
it?
you been there?
No. Nope.
Like he and Colin, when they went up ahead, I'm like, this is perfect. He needs that time with Colin because they are the adventurers. They are the ones that will push limits and take risks. And I just hope that we, and I do think he's got some of Jeff's conscience in him where it's like, no, this is probably too dangerous. So,
I was confident. There was a point where Joshua was with Ford, Colin was with us, but then he was like, okay, well, I'm going to one, he went ahead. And we got to the fourth where she goes straight, he goes straight. I'm like, what the heck, wrong? That's what I've heard.
No cheating.
no, it says members of this group may name the others.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember. Coming down the South Sister, it was you, Brian, and my dad. Was there anyone else?
I don't know if I can answer that without Mary whipping on
It
me.
says right here, members of this group may name the others.
Oh, she put that there?
Yeah, she did that.
That's true.
It's just the three of you.
That's true.
Yeah.
So my kids were like, after that, they were like, I don't want to go camping anymore.
You were talking about possibly having to fix this particular device that you want to speak.
Yeah, Project Neo satellites. Some of us moved, some of us might be asked to go.
I waited too long to hear it. No smile. So my sense, so we've got step one, and then of course, you know,
See, when we ask you, you're allowed to tell.
Okay. Yeah. When I saw who almost blew up practice.
No? Not you.
Oh my goodness.
Norm, did you get shot in the gut by a gun?
Say again.
Were you ever shot in the gut? That's one of these questions.
I want to know that too. Were you ever shot in the gut?
I was warned by Mary, you open your mouth, because we helped put this together. And she said, if you
You're
give
allowed
clues,
to tell us if we ask.
she will disown me. It's not fair. It's not fair.
She said we
Well,
could
you
go-
were allowed to say if it was you or not.
Yeah, because
I don't
they have to
remember.
find out by asking.
I don't remember.
I feel like
Randy.
it was.
I don't remember.
I'm about to interrogate you.
I don't remember.
Find that. You just clarify the rules.
It says,
Because they can ask us questions.
yeah.
They can?
Yes.
Mary said that we can ask, and if it was you, you can tell, but you can't tell about other people. So if it wasn't you, you're not allowed to say.
Let me get you on camera here.
Let me guess, you're the one that got shot in the gut.
Hey, Norm, did you ever get shot in the gut?
Norm? Let me guess. Yay?
The answer is no.
Oh, you're folding.
It's no.
That you remember.
Oh, I remember clearly. I did not get shot in the gut. Nope.
But he knows.
I know who it was, but I can't tell. So, anyway.
What does their name rhyme with?
Thank you.
Okay. As soon as Shauna, how about we get the siblings, Yvonne and Norman?
It's running, so I gotta do is point it.
Oh, it's weird.
Okay, there we go. Do I push a button? Do I push a button?
No, all you had to do is just keep this on the head.
Yeah.
Okay, it's going.
Yeah, exactly. Is it in auto?
Yeah.
Laura, what happened?
What happened?
Yeah, Dale, you, Norm.
You want it on?
Well,
We don't know.
It's a 15.
Don't cheat.
Because
Okay, now look over here. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, I just wait.
Okay, well, I took like 40.
Dale's turn. Okay, then it's Jim's turn, my turn. My turn. Oh, them looks legs. Get off the saddle. You're gonna do it too.
My hips only go for so long.
I'm gonna get 911 on the phone.
I thought it was just 1 year later.
I need a hip replacement now. Did you take it to Kel? Okay. Here. As long as Kel has it.
You're gonna ask me a question.
I'm going to ask you, who's responsible for blowing that much of Grant County with dynamite? And I'm like, well, everybody thinks that's me, but how much dynamite did you blow up when you were working for Frank?
When Mary was asking that question that she might use it, I thought about this. I believe you blew up more acreage than I did. I used more dynamite to blow stumps working for Frank Asher. And we were behind, and we were putting half a case at a time blowing these ponderosa stumps, 100 yards in the air. It's a bit of exaggeration. So probably stick for stick on that job that summer, I probably blew more dynamite up, but I certainly didn't pothole Bates and every place beyond. So I would say that was you, not me. Acreage wise, you blew up more. Ours was more concentrated. So they keep asking that, and I'm saying, I'm not sure. I can't really, because I never talked to you exactly how many cases you actually blew up. So it's conjecture at this point.
I am not turning sideways for a picture. I'm 7 months pregnant. You want a little flashback?
Well, yeah, you just need to space a little so you're.
We just need every single human to be.
Yeah, I don't think it's. Yes.
How's it working, Mary?
You may answer any questions that pertain to you. You just may not answer the questions that pertain only to Dale, only to Yvonne, only to Flora.
Okay.
For these two questions.
Well, ooh, that's bad lighting.
So this would be the.
Oh, no.
What's your name?
Oh, she said
Well, I write it down in case it is.
It wasn't just vacation,
Quiet coyote.
There's a 3-second timer.
Wow.
So 1, 2, 3.
1,
And so
2.
we're going to do our test shot right now.
Okay.
That airport, and then when they got out, they moved to Chicago area because that's where my mom's house family lived, and they were working for her father's company. That's
what happens when grandma's on film. Yeah. You get on her so you gotta do something.
You're a weekly
That starts low.
And Turkey.
like 8 times already.
Killing us.
You got to get back here.
Norm, we need you in the picture, please.
Okay.
Are we done?
Let's see that again. Let's see it. Come on. Whoa. No, you knew better than that. You knew better than that, can't you? There you go. Wow, that's...
Yeah, I would never hit. I don't know your power state. For the hills, run for the hills, Grandpa Nord, run!
What was that?
Yeah, I know you.
Now we're on.
Were you on the World Trade Center?
No, I've never. I'm trying to find that out too.
You know, maybe 4. Trying to think who else. Sean is kind of like to Times Square, she did all that for a few years.
Did you ever do sports, Grandpa Norm?
Huh?
Did you ever do sports, Grandpa Norm?
I always wanted to be like you, but I was never good enough.
I'm sorry, I have to leave you.
Character's act. You gotta hear this cartoon character.
What did he do? Get caught stealing something? He's got this big grin. You're just happy? You're just happy to be here? Why are you so happy, Trenton?
I'm on the last question.
Oh, you're asking questions.
I'm on the last question.
I can't hear. I'm stoned out.
I'm on the last question on the paper.
You're going to ask questions on my paper?
I'm on the last question.
Oh, the last question. I cannot hear. I'm so sorry. And so what's the question?
Who can touch the tip of their nose with their tongue?
Hearing everybody talk over you. I'm going to read your lips.
Who can touch the tip of their nose with their tongue?
Come outside here where I don't lift. Come out and ask me one more time. So ask me the question.
Okay. The question is Norm, can you touch the tip of your nose with your tongue?
I don't know that I'm allowed to answer the question legally.
Well, we just
What?
Can you do it?
Let's see if it can. Huh.
Look at here.
How about that?
Okay, proof pudding.
What? I'm going to give you a clue.
Oh.
There's somebody else here that can also.
I know who that is.
Oh, okay.
But I wasn't sure if you could. So.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
Okay.
He actually might outgrow that. I don't know. College, when we went to Starbucks and we're sitting him on the stopper, and he asked them specifically for one in his coffee, so he said he can chew on it. You've done all this stuff? And I've done
She's a gentle eater. Oh, you are making friends. Don't forget to get a scratch in there. Give her a little pet, okay? You're gaining her trust. She's going to let you pet her. Oh, and nice and gentle and slow. Don't surprise her. And she'll realize that you're a safe person. Oh, yeah. Making friends.
Double scoop of ice cream up there at the Austin house. What do you got all over your face, buddy? What do you got all over your face? Huh? Got in the water.
Say Cousin Jody poured water on my head, Bubba.
You guys, it's a Mountain Dew, you cannot.
So, just FYI, 7 o'clock, they'll start to show signs.
It's 7 o'clock.
Well, it's after that now. 7 a week.
Maybe which week?
do? 20 more minutes?
I'll leave it up to you.
So no matter
Well, that's the reason he's. I took it outside. He was just melting on my.
we kind of flew up I-5 from Beale Air Force Base up to up the Alcan Highway, kind of, and over Alaska, out over the Arctic, and then we went into so that we could approach the Soviet Union from the northeast, looking like a meteorite shooting across the sky. That was our only protection. The Blackbird was painted with a special paint that would ionize the heat. We were shone by ionized paint so that people on the ground with infrared and radar couldn't tell what we were. We thought we were just a comet speeding across the sky.
We're probably too high to get shot at anyways, right?
Oh, yes. Nobody has ever been able to shoot a Blackbird down. The Russians developed the MiG-25, hoping that it would, but it was never able to. At best, I think one did approach the altitude of a Blackbird, but it didn't know where the Blackbird would be by the time it approached that altitude. So a lot of missiles were shot at the Blackbird. Blackbird was always able to outrun them. In fact, it became standard operating procedure to lead these missiles out over the Arctic Ocean until they burned out of fuel, crashed right into the sea. In the early 60s, the Blackbird crews started having some fun doing this. They would lead them on until they ran out of fuel. Unfortunately, this would be over Soviet territory. So the Soviets had their own rockets crashing on their own land. Trying to figure that out. The only way this can happen is if those missiles were tracking a Blackbird. The Blackbirds being over our airspace. So the SAT crews were trained not to do that anymore. Once we flew over the nuclear test site in the Soviet Union, we continued southwestward out across Poland. Let's see.
Well, how old are you, by the way?
10.
10. Okay. And you're going to do what?
I'm going to sing happy birthday in a voice I just made up. You have to sing kind of loud.
Ah, there you go.
I've always been able to do that.
There he is. Sky Pilot has done it. So you can probably do a dog or a cat. Bear?
I could do a goose. I talk normal like a call, but I can't really talk when I'm doing it. So it's hard. I can also do a duck. Not talk like a duck, but I can. It takes me a while to do it. I feel embarrassed. I'm not gonna do it.
No?
No, I'm not gonna do it. No, I'm not gonna do it. No.
I mean, it was just normal for her. And I would think, and she would say, well, you tell your side of the family, the princess that we are the colorful side of the family.
So we got a happy 80th birthday, Flora, and
They need to look for the oldest.
kind of Floyd.
Looking for the oldest
Kind of.
people. Okay, my mom. You can't.
Well, all right. Kind of Floyd. So maybe you'll be 80, Floyd, maybe you won't. They're cutting it all apart.
See these two people back over there?
Ooh, yeah. Some youngsters are hungry for huckleberry pancakes.
Num num.
Have you ever had them before?
I don't think I have, but I'm gonna try.
Okay.
I walked on the streets.
Good morning, Michelle.
Hey, Hattie. That's the kids' table.
It makes sense. You and I married into this relationship. But that's okay.
I normally go to my wife's stuff when I'm the married name, so this is weird for me.
Yeah.
And I keep wanting to go watch the Rasmussens, because I know it just means us. Yeah. Now over here, I can't. It doesn't necessarily.
Yeah, you're closer to the truck, aren't you?
Yeah.
Can you open that by yourself? Or do you need help? You're so good.
There it is. Slippery shower.
Somebody else said that today too.
Not too many.
Can you imitate a cartoon character? Can you imitate a cartoon character?
Bozo the Clown? Does that count?
Can you?
You know, that question has been asked by a few.
It's on the sheet.
Especially from her. And yes.
Well, let's see it.
But I don't think I'm that one that I don't think I'm the one.
It's not one. It can be more than one.
No, I can only do one. Okay. All right. Okay. So, not me.
I'm not really getting the answer to this.
I don't think so.
Bose was not a cartoon character.
Time growing up.
That came from you, didn't it? I was wondering who in the world dredged up this question. Who? Now I know.
But Norm,
Okay.
Norm, Bose was not a cartoon character.
Not Bozo.
Can you do a different one?
Okay, I now know from her, because she was talking with Mary over the phone about this stuff.
It doesn't matter, can you? Just answer the question.
So, I'm probably, maybe,
Which one?
Donald Duck.
Oh, let's have it. Come on.
I haven't done it since I was a kid. I don't think I
What
can.
kind of excuse is that?
That I haven't met, really. And so I know that everybody in this room, most generally, on the West Coast, have not had an opportunity to know our family from the east and the west, the other side of the mountain, so to speak. What is it?
Yeah. If we did have one, who would run it?
My age is creeping up on me. I am Floyd, Forrest's brother, twin brother.
Can you shout?
Louder, Floyd.
Louder!
Yes.
It is very difficult to hear in here. The reverberation makes it hard to understand. I don't understand anybody, even myself. But thank you, everybody, for gathering, making an effort to come out here to Eastern Oregon to be together. A lot of you went through a lot of expense and trouble to be here. I really do appreciate it. Oh, there's so much I'd like to say, particularly to members of my family. Now that we're all together, Yvonne, our oldest sister, she has always been a rock for us. Whenever we needed support, particularly through our teenage years, guidance and support, Yvonne was there. And all through our lives, Yvonne was always there. You could pick up the phone and call her, and she would have something wise to say. And then my twin sister Flora, what a dynamic powerhouse she is. Not just for getting this together, but she has always been that way. Always a dedicated servant to her family and to anybody who came to her for help and advice.
She's, I think Yvonne and I both agree, she's a saint. I know some of the young men I met maybe 15 years ago, and I barely remember meeting them. Brian, I almost didn't recognize you. You'd grown up, my gosh. And some of the other younger fellows, you'd grown up. I wasn't sure I recognized you last night when we gathered at Floyd's place. And then some of these young guys, I don't know who they are yet. They're quite impressive young guys from what they tell me, what they're doing. And I think you've all got good futures in front of you. As you know, it's a scary world right now. You young men and women are going to be responsible for solving some of mankind's biggest problems right now. I don't want to be morbid, but you know it's a very dangerous world. And you have served in the military already and contributed toward the ends of bringing what peace to this world that there is. Continuing your studies, always. Learning things is a wonderful thing. And learn to give of yourself. Learn to give to others around you. And not just material things, but to listen to someone who's troubled. Offer a smile if you can. That's probably one of the things the world needs more right now, is just kindness between people. And one of the reasons I enjoy living here in Grant County is it's quiet. People, when they wave at one another, usually use all 5 fingers. And I've enjoyed coming back here to Grant County, and this is where I will remain. I love it in Mount Vernon where I live. I've got a beautiful view southward across the valley onto the Aldrich Mountains. And I love looking at the stars at night. And I wish I knew each of you better. But how can one get to know one another in such a short period of time? I just know that you're all related to me, and that's very important. Thanks for listening to me, and thanks for being here.
What we'd like to do now is just open it up to the floor to anybody who wants to come out and just say a little, 2 or 3 minutes. I mean, let's not make long stories, but anything just really short and sweet you'd like to say about either one of them. Before Brian steps forth to talk.
Brian's put the camera that's recording 360.
Okay. I just want to say that my little brother here has marked me for eternity. I have on my hip here a scar that's about 1.5 inches wide, long, and it's about 1/4 inch wide. When I was about 4 years old, we lived at Boardman, Oregon, and he would take tin cans, broken Pyrex bottles, string, all kinds of stuff that he could put together and invent a contraption. And he made one on a gate that we went out by the barn into the field. And we had a visitor come to our house one night wanting to talk to Mom and Dad. And they were out in the field. So Yvonne sent me to go get Mom and Dad. So as I went out over this gate, I climbed up over it, lifted my leg to go over the gate, and my hip met a Pyrex bottle that was sharp. And I started walking, and there was blood just running down my leg. So I owe my brother for my own very first tattoo I ever had in my life.
You're welcome.
And my sister Flora, I just admire her for her great strength and her spirituality, and many times we're able to talk on the phone. And when I was losing Mark, I was needing the comfort of some kind soul. And Flora just was there, and Yvonne were both there. And they were the ones, they were my go-tos to help me cry my tears and ease my broken heart. And it's been 9 years since Mark's gone now, so I hope he's trail somewhere saying hi to you all, and Mom and Dad and our other ancestors, if they'll pop in and out. But anyway, I love these guys, and now the floor is yours. So I've talked to a few of you to come forward. I don't know if you will or not, but you know who you are. So it's all yours now.
I have just a question, a point of order before that ends. Because I need to go to bed. What time are we meeting for breakfast?
9 o'clock.
Here?
2 minutes.
2 to 3 minutes.
Total. That's 90 seconds each.
I think it's great that I'm a member of 6 kids, you know, and I got 3 sisters and 3 brothers. Yvonne's 86, I'm 69, I'll be 70 in September. So, but we're all alive and we all made it here, and it might be the last time we're all together as siblings. You know, we're all aching and paining and different things are happening, so I'm just grateful that everyone made it. Mary has no siblings. She's the only one, and left. And we talked, yeah, she had a brother that died, but she just says, man, you're just so lucky because you got brothers and sisters to talk to. And we do. We call each other and talk to each other, you know. And through the hard times and the pain and the heartache and stuff that life brings you, it's you know, it's wonderful to have family, someone that sticks in there when everybody else leaves. And I am really grateful you guys from back east. I know it's been tough financially, job, everything, but I'm really glad you guys made it. I wish you could stay longer, I really do. But it's been fun meeting you guys. It's just like, we were just faces back there. It's like, oh man, I don't know, you know. Now I know a little bit, and it's fun. But, so there's my 90 seconds. Family's important. Don't ever forget that. Yeah. Stick close because hell.
It's
Filming?
Yeah, it is. Well, about all I can do. About all I can do is duplicate what Dale has said, Floyd has said. No point in duplicating that. Understanding some of the hardships, Ryan and Ellen, Jeff, who's got a back and should be in surgery, but he canceled out to come out here. I mean, I understand back pain, and he will not tell you how bad it is. He smiles, but it can be killing him. I know. And the sacrifice that he was willing to come out, overwhelming to me. And then Brian, Ellen, and the 3 boys. I would have never bet $1 all 3 of those boys would make it out here. Because who in the world would want to come out here to a reunion, you know? That's just not what boys their age does. And I don't know how hard Ellen and Brian had to work on them, or maybe they just thought, well, we're Rasmussens, and Rasmussen's does crazy, so yeah, we'll go Grant County. I don't know. But thank you guys for and then all of you who have sacrificed. What can be said, but thank you so much. And you know, for some of these little ones, 50 years from now, maybe 70 years from now, that was me. You know, there's people when we filmed the 100th birthday celebration of Dad. Everybody got mad at me for throwing a camera in everybody's face. That's natural. We gotta shut that camera down, you know. Well, some people have said now they go back on YouTube and see that, and gee, that was, you know, wow, that was me. I wasn't bad looking then, or I was skinny as a snake, and that, whatever. So I've always regretted that somebody didn't capture my younger years. But you know, as a kid, you're like, why's this guy running around with a camera for? But you older people understand that this will only happen once, as Dale shared. This can't be the last time. We'll have it on video, and we will post it on YouTube for as long as, you know, YouTube stays up and they'll let it be there. And it won't mean that much to us when we can get to YouTube, but someday, you know, it'll mean a lot to these little ones, and they can share it with their, you know, their siblings. And so beyond that, thanks a million. Thanks for, man, I'll tell you, I gotta say, special thanks to Mary. Mary, we've been over there a week, and she'd been killing us with kindness as Brian, but the devotion of staying up late, these questions alone, you know, plus cooking and trying to get everything organized. I know Flora and Yvonne and Flora helped a lot in that, but I can only say thanks, Mary. You didn't have to do it for us, but you did it, and that shows, you know, how special you are, so thanks. So anyway, my 91 second here.
This where we have to stand here? Okay, I have a couple things. I'll organize my thoughts. Try not to get emotional. I think it's safe to say that the siblings in the family, the older ones, you guys grew up pretty hard. And probably overcame a lot of challenges. I know that just talking with my dad and hearing some of the stories, and pretty proud where everybody ended up today in the lives that you've been able to accomplish, and praise the Lord for that. In that, you know, kind of going into my life, you know, spent some time in the military and through some selection processes and some different things I went through. Everybody kind of has their why on, you know, because you can quit at any time, but you know, if you want to succeed, that's not an option, and everybody kind of has something that they hold to that keeps them from quitting, because they take you to a point past your physical capability. And for me, it was always my last name. I just couldn't, you know, if I told my dad, hey, I broke my leg and I'm medicaled out, like, so be it. You know, that's outside of my control, but I just couldn't call him on the phone and never say, yeah, I just quit, you know. Being a Rasmussen has meant something to me, and I just don't think that's who we are, and then that was kind of, I think, something that was instilled in me, and I see that in a lot of the Rasmussen men and some of the things that they have been through in their own lives. And then individually, about Uncle Floyd, when I got out of the Army in 2010, he was the very first family that I saw. I drove home in 2 days from Texas, and Uncle Floyd called me on my way, and he met me in Burns, Oregon, and he bought me a meal. He drove in from Mount Vernon to see me, and he was the very first family face I saw out of the military. And then, you know, Flora, I know that you've been a big support to my dad and through his divorce, and probably a strong voice of reason over the years. Amen! Us kids, that hasn't gone unnoticed to us children. I think I could speak for me, Becca and Kara, and say that that has meant a lot to us. And I know Dad keeps in touch with all his siblings, and I'm sure there's been a lot of support going that way. But towards the closest, and I know that a lot of good godly advice is given. So, the Lord bless you for that, and it does not go unnoticed by his kids.
I want you to know that there was a couple of times that I hung up on him.
Oh, it was probably well deserved.
She hung up on me.
Yeah. Thank you for your service, sir.
I've got to say that when he returned, I'd like to stand up, but I'm not going to waste my time on that. Remember when Austin returned from
Landon.
I mean, when who?
Landon.
When he returned from service, I've never seen a more glorious welcome to any number of troops coming back from service than I did for this guy.
Yeah.
At what's the base in
El Paso.
El Paso, Texas.
Fort Benning.
That's a reception I always kind of envisioned must happen sometime, somewhere, to some military unit. And I was so glad he got to enjoy that. That was pretty special, and I think you guys really deserved it.
The Texans really support the military.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do.
I mean, they throw a party. It's like, wow. It's emotional. It really is. I wish that would have happened to all the Vietnam guys. Yeah.
Well, we threw a party the last day we were in Vietnam and don't remember coming back to the States. So we knew one was not going to be waiting for us here on the American shore, so let's get her done over there. Kind of, sort of. Yep.
Can I speak from here?
Go for it.
You gotta stand up. You guys.
No, I can't hear you.
I can't hear you.
I can shout with the best.
Please don't make her shout.
So I showed Aunt Flora, but one of my first memories is when I came out. I don't remember how old, 8, 7, maybe years old. But she gifted me this horse that I named Flora, and I still have it. I didn't show you the part. It's got a little broken leg, but I have it in my toys for when Josh was little. He played, and for grandchildren, whatever. But
That's where that horse went.
I
was wondering what happened to it.
What color was it?
Yeah, the color, right? But it was always very dear to me because I knew that it came from my Aunt Flora. And I don't have as many memories with Uncle Floyd, but one thing that touched me was when we came for Grandpa's birthday party. My stepdad, Ron, you got to know really well and spent a lot of quality time talking. You guys connected on a very intellectual level, and he was a loner kind of person. He doesn't talk much with people, but you guys connected, and he talked about that even after going home, that he really appreciated the time that he had with you. So that was special to me.
That hike today really messed me
I
up.
knew it.
Cheadles can't be outdone by Rasmussen.
I don't know if we're full of that much hot air. I would say earliest memory I have of Floyd, I think there's 2 early ones. I remember you coming back in Bates, Christmas, with that white Chevy 4-door. What was it?
Impala.
Impala, was it a 4-door?
68 Impala.
Yeah. And you doing cookies, and I was young enough that I hadn't seen cookies in a long time.
Oh.
And you doing cookies all over the place, and I just thought that was so cool. But when did we go down to visit him? Was it before or after that? When he came here, Mom? Do you remember? When we went down Temple?
It was after.
Then I remember going down, traveling down to LA, and you were still working at Perkins?
Perkins Elmer Corporation.
Yeah. And I was into models and little electric motors and stuff, and he spent a full Sunday. I remember sitting there wondering if he was ever going to get done with this little mechanism. It was a box that I could hook my electric motors to, and he built this thing from the very beginning. He designed it all, and it was variable. Anyway, it allowed me to do all kinds of cool things with my motors. And you remember doing that? You probably don't, do you?
Not specifically, no.
And I remember it was like we were 4 hours into this, and I'm in the back, and then, how much longer, Uncle Floyd? And then Mom, I just, so proud of Mom. I am happy and blessed to have a mother like this. I remember coming out C-section, and that doctor was drunk that delivered us, and I decided I wanted to go back. No, but I did have a doctor that was drunk that delivered me back in the good old days.
Well, that answers a lot.
That answers a lot. And Dad,
Was
I
it
think
C-section?
C-section, yeah, a month early. And Dad threw him out and got another doctor, didn't he, Mom? Yeah. What's he relax? Let's go on.
And Yvonne.
Were you there, Yvonne?
Oh, yeah.
You remember anything?
That's a story.
You've got to have some stories.
Oh, yeah.
Aunt Bonnie's got to have some stories. Anyway, I am so blessed to have a godly mother like this is matriarch of our family, and how involved she stays in my boys and my wife's life. And I just thank that. I thank God for that. Let's put it that way. Yeah.
We are blessed to have Flora.
Was awesome too. She was our surrogate mother
In real life.
in real life.
Hey, Jim, why don't you walk her up here and let her stand? She doesn't have to talk. Ask, come on, sis. Come on.
Yvonne DeGree doesn't want to, so you can put a picture on, you can put the camera on her.
Well, I have, but
But she really
Okay.
is
I tried.
a surrogate mother to us. Lenora, as you all know, is our historian, and she's had a lot of opportunities in her life to overcome a lot of pain, and she has overcome them all. And that is to be honored. Some people, in the midst of the different circumstances that she has had to go through, would have crashed and burned. But her faith and her strength and the support of Yvonne and her church has kept her standing upright. And I think every one of you could come right up here and have each one of you to be honored. Each one of you has so much inside of you that is yet to be developed and is being developed, that we stand in awe of. And I'm just grateful. So one by one, Tim, come take your place.
Another 90
Yeah,
seconds.
9 seconds.
Oh,
9
9
seconds.
seconds. When I was little, as maybe some, I was bashful. I wouldn't talk. I mean, family gatherings and stuff, I ran and hid. And I was that way until I was 23. But Yvonne, when they would show up, she would always come out back. She was the only one that would bring a plate of food out. And she knew I loved fruit salad. So I always remember Yvonne bringing me a plate of fruit salad and said, here it is, and she'd go away. And I was like, somebody loves me. No one else did, but Yvonne always brought me food. One of my favorite stories is she said, back when she lived at John Day, her and Frank were driving down John Day, and she said, that's my brother out there on that pole puking his guts out. That wasn't me, that was Norm. She said, Frank, turn around, we gotta pick him up. She tells the story great. I thought, that's a great story. But she picked up Norm, you know. Yvonne is the most unjudgmental person you'll ever meet in your life. It doesn't matter what you're going through, she just loves you. She just loves you, you know, and she has been our mom, and you know, she's just been a saint for all of us. So, and every one of us, it's like she's given money, she's given time. You know, but get her to tell you the Norm story.
When Shauna brought it up that this was happening, it was really always a goal for us. And it was important to me, and I know very important to Shauna. I'm so glad that we are here and we've got a chance to meet. I'm a little bit more on the introverted side, but we'll talk to anybody, as Shauna would say. She says, yeah, you can talk to anybody. So, but really enjoyed our day today, hiking to the lake and the falls, and what has really impressed me about the group is, how caring and how loving, and I would say the number one thing is the faith in the Lord that I see with this group, and that means so much to me. The Lord has brought Sean and I together. We have Josh, we have 2 other daughters that aren't here, and it's just so awesome that to be around family, all who have a relationship with the Lord, to my knowledge, that I've sensed, and really grateful for that. Happy to be here, feeling okay. Really appreciate the caring and the prayers. We got a procedure coming up on the 14th of August, so if you think about, if that comes along and you think about me, then I would appreciate your prayers for that. But this is awesome. And, Brian Allen and the boys are here, and that means a lot to me. And I'm hoping that through tomorrow and the coming days we'll have a chance to chat if we have more. So, thank you.
Thank you. Plan our meals together, plan some time together. Mary's help has been tremendous. If it hadn't been for Mary, I would have been shocked. We had a caterer planned for tomorrow that fell through at the last moment, and Mary said, well, let's just have a taco bar. So that's what we're going to have tomorrow afternoon, is a taco bar. But she's just been helping me with some planning, and I am so grateful to God that He brought every one of you here through strange ways. You've had a lot of hiccups getting here, but He got you here. And I am so thankful to Him. Thanks for the surprise. And we are celebrating family. We are family. And I'm so grateful. Late, so we need to move quickly here.
I just want to say, I don't want to break all your bubbles, but Norm wouldn't be here tonight if it weren't for me wanting to go to a prayer conference for 4 days in Portland.
Oh yeah, that's true.
And that's when he got the idea, or started thinking about it. Because last year I went to a conference, same kind, and he didn't want to come out. But this year he did. So,
There we go.
I'm not taking all the credit, but I just wanted to set that straight.
Yes.
No, yeah, you guys, I don't know if it's all you guys.
It's not.
At this point, it's comments. It's kind of weird. We're talking about the family name Rasmussen. We all kind of get our identities in that last name. I've really not known the Rasmussens. So I kind of feel like that's been missed out on 50 years. We have 3 boys, Rasmussen. It was important. They needed to come out here as adults, more than 3 and 4 years old, to understand this family. Really, the only family they've known is Ellen's side of the family and Sean and I, really. And then my mom's side, a couple of cousins, but they're dispersed. There's only really one cousin or 2 that we've ever really known or seen on an annual basis. So it's been really nice being able to come here and do this. So I thank everyone for putting this on. Sorry we're not here longer. You guys all seem cool.
I'm back.
Checks the mail, baby.
Yeah.
Even though they try to kill us today. Yeah, thanks.
So I'm just Laura, because somebody said Dale started this whole thing, and then somebody said Flora started. No, I really think Lenora is the one the Lord used to start this whole thing, because she pastored Norm and got him to finally say he would come. And that, it just exploded and grew from that, and all of a sudden we thought, wait, there are cousins coming there, and it just like organically, the Lord just moved and got everybody here. So I'm thankful, but it was her, I think that the Lord put this first seed in to start this whole thing growing. And so I'm just thankful that the Lord moved through her to do this.
Yes.
Thank you.
And I say it was Yvonne. If she hadn't decided to have a little stroke, I never would have bought that plane ticket to go to Oregon in December. Then the storms came, and then she had a rat die in her wall. So everything was stinking in the house. And she says, Nora, you cannot come because I don't have a place for you. The house stinks. So Delta Airlines says, you have a year to cash in your ticket. So I decide I'm going to come up here this summer. Norm and I start talking, and he says, well, if Lenora's going to go, I'm going to make every effort I can go. And then I heard that Shauna said, I want to go. And then my kids started saying, I want to go. And so it just kind of built from that. So that's how I understand the story. But Yvonne is to blame.
We're here because of a rat.
A dead rat.
That's a story.
A dead smelly rat.
You can choose. There's a rat.
There's a rat in the kitchen. What am I gonna do?
Come and see Yvonne because you had a stroke.
Before Christmas.
Yeah, but Yvonne says, I got a rat dead in my wall and it stinks. And then she was saying, no, you don't need to come, because the thing was the rat stunk, and Yvonne had exterminators and stuff trying to tear it out. It went away, but I said, I know if there's a stinky rat, so it got canceled.
Well, the storms were so bad in Utah.
And the storms, and they were, it was bad travel time, so she just decided she'd come in the summer, so that's how the ticket got extended.
Well, I got an email from Dad that said, hey, we're going out to Oregon, and it sounds like Landon, Becca, and Kara are all planning a little reunion. So I thought they were kind of planning this whole thing, so then I reached out to you, and I was like, I went on Facebook, and I was like, hey, I hear you guys are planning this little reunion. When's it happening? Where are we going to be? And they're like, you might want to check with my dad or Aunt Flora. They might know.
We're well with, like, basically.
Shauna reached out, and she wants to know about the reunion.
True Rasmussen tradition. Nobody has any idea.
Well, and Dad embellished the story, so he embellished this one.
Here we got the dancers. The dancers.
I'm gonna need you to play back that recording because I kind of missed some of the rules.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
My story is Mom liked to go for rides down the river in the evening because we didn't have any air conditioning, and she cooks wood with a wood stove to cook our meals, so the house would get really, really hot. So we kids would get in the car and go down the river to cool off. And Dad, Copenhagen chewing tobacco, and he carried a Campbell's tomato soup can under the seat of the car, and sometimes he would spit in the can and it would collect it, and then he'd throw it out the window. But sometimes he would just spit out the window, and whenever any of us kids saw him getting ready to spit, we'd all go duck, 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 because he would come flying back in the back seat, hit us on the face. So we didn't like the Copenhagen chewing tobacco.
We went to Wisconsin when I was 11 to a family reunion, and he still chewed Copenhagen. And the same thing, but at 55 and 60 miles an hour. It was so hot, we had no air conditioning in that car, so all the windows were always down. Man, he'd spit, and that tobacco would come right around that back window at us kids. And I remember about halfway back from Wisconsin, I think I remember Mom lost it. I don't remember quite what, but he quit. He quit chewing tobacco halfway between Wisconsin and Oregon because she got on him for spitting on us kids. Anyway, aren't you better off knowing all that? You think, Phil?
That's right.
All right.
The hotel, on that marquee, there's just in the corner, there's where it shows the top up right, there's a building just to the left, and you see just a little bit of the white. It's 2-story. That used to sit back over in this area. It was a big 2-story hotel. And the single men who didn't have families lived in it, and they had a cooking crew, and one of the cooks of that was my friend Marlene Bloom, Hazel Bloom. Hazel Bloom was one of the cooks. So Marlene and I palled around a lot together, and we would go there often and get a meal, but we could never go in until all the men went back to work. But they had this huge dining hall, and I remember the plates and the not silverware, but whatever they were using in those days, but it wasn't plastic or paper. And all those dishes had to be washed after every meal and then set back on the table for the next meal. So they had a crew of about 5 people in the kitchen. And the first time I ever ate cauliflower was in that Bates Hotel. And Hazel Bloom had made this big pan of cauliflower that was creamed. And I thought, oh, that tastes so good. Because here in Bates, we didn't get produce. They had one little grocery store, and we were lucky if we got potatoes, carrots, onions, just the basic things, and meat, and some canned goods. And but to get produce, lettuce and tomatoes and those kinds of things, it was usually in the fall when the peddlers would come from Milton, Freewater, or across Kimberly area. And I think my mother must have saved her money all year long, because in the fall, she just, when those peddlers would come, she'd buy big crates of tomatoes and apples, and the bedroom where Floyd and Norman slept, remember, it was the crates that went clear up the walls, and she had always let us eat our heart's content. Flora and I used to take the tomatoes and put the salt on them and just eat as many as we wanted. And do you remember that? The tomatoes? And then if there was anything left over, Mom would can it up. She always let us eat as much as we want. So Flora, what are your bait stories?
Well, and the canning of the peaches was Mom's focus. And all day, anybody here has canned Do you know the process of canning? On a wood stove, you had to keep it at a certain temperature to keep that water boiling. So you know that the house was extremely hot. And that's when we would, after we'd shut everything down, we'd go down the river, and there was dredge ponds down there. And we'd cool off by going swimming in the dredge ponds. That's it.
Just hold it and point at it.
Just point it because it's running now. I'll edit it out. Just point it at me.
Oh, just you hold it like that?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yep,
Okay.
you got it. Pro.
I don't know exactly, Dale will have to fill in the details, but there used to be a trail that went up there. All those trees that you see there were never there when we were young kids. They might have been, all those trees up halfway up that hill have grown in the last 50 years. There's a trail up there, all those trees up top were not there. Big fire came through previous and burned that hill off. And back up at the top, they drilled a big old basin up there and filled it full of water, and that was how we got water to a few water hydrants in case we got a fire. The gravity would feed the fire hydrants. Well, anyway, Dale was up there either on 4th of July, I think it was 4th of July, but it could have been a different time. He touched off at least a case of dynamite, I think at midnight, if I remember. I know he blew up a bunch of dynamite, I think at midnight. He can tell you exactly when. And it may have been more than just one case. Probably was if he had access to it. But he said it shook the whole town. They thought, my God, somebody dropped an atom bomb on Bates when it went off the next day. He can take you, he's blown up. They used to play war with quarter sticks of dynamite. He stole all that dynamite from the sawmill without them knowing. They would bury it in places in the sides of mountain with a little padlock. You'd break it off and go in there and steal cases of dynamite if you wanted to. You know, all the kids were trusted in those days. And he stashed cases and cases and cases just to have it and play it. But he and his buddies would get quarter stick of dynamite, get behind rocks and throw them at each other. He could take you up here on this hill and show you craters where, you know, they were blowing up quarter sticks of dynamite, throwing them at each other, seeing how close you could throw them without hurting yourself. He's got stories for hours. He can tell you about the stuff they did. There was nothing out here to do, but, you know, you had to get creative. It'd be nice if he'd tell some of those stories. I don't know. Anyway.
Well, there was, Norm almost drowned in that pond. There's a lake or a pond up on the top of that hill, and he got hypothermia and almost died.
Floyd, up on that reservoir, Floyd was up there, I don't know how, but he fell through the ice. And it wasn't me, it was Floyd, and he could not get out. And there was another guy that somehow managed to throw him something, and he was able to, he about died of hypothermia before he could get down and get warm. He doesn't remember much of that story. Maybe he doesn't remember hardly any of it now, but...
I remember him telling me a little bit about it.
Yeah, you remember?
He remember he thought he was going to just slip into the sweet embrace of death when somebody came to his rescue.
Yeah, he said he was
He had a
close.
file, and then he remembered he had a file in his back pocket.
Oh, I didn't remember that. I thought Jimmy Combs fetched him out of there.
He did,
He did.
but he was under the ice, and he had a file. He remembered he was like that, what he just said, but he remembered he had a file in the back pocket. So he was able to come up and stick it in the ice, and then he was rescued.
Okay, yeah.
So that he was able to hang on for long enough with that file to get rescued.
Yeah.
How old was he then?
I don't remember. He was young. He was young. A lot of stories, you know, to be told.
Here, Norm. Norm.
Now, normally you'd see bat nests up here and swallow nests.
There is a net.
That's normally what you would see in the rafters, but sometimes you see the homeless will come up here and they'll look for a place to get away. So they go up there like that. So I'm assuming this young guy
And sometimes they
is
get
learning how to become a homeless person. I'm thinking.
Two sisters.
No joke.
And then they got divorced, and then he
Oh,
married
true.
another woman who already had 2 children, and they had my youngest brother. Yeah. So I've got halves and stuff and all of the
the fire's going out.
that one could possibly hope to enjoy.
Whoever gave me the gold, I'd like to have a word with them.
I remember.
Normally, most people say when you softly bite into gold, it'll leave a dent.
So, and according to various.
I know, this is just painted gravel. I know, I thought it was. But actually, let me compare.
I don't remember any of
So you think that's real gold or
Somebody
no?
was trying to trick us.
on me. It was information to me.
Nope, not gold. None. But they're pretty cool. They're cool. They can like put them up like above a fireplace and they would just like sparkling at Christmas night. That gold is fake. You can have it back. Sure, thanks. You're welcome.
And then there was talk for a while. There was talk.
Sent it to you.
They didn't. So yeah.
I don't know who that is.
Yep.
Not the one that just barely.
Another red one too?
They're not very charming. They're very Oh, the dysfunction is amazing. Yeah. And it does not age well. Yeah.
Mom, I age really well. He broke.
I didn't break it. It broke all on its own.
He said you had your foot in it though, didn't it?
I just trying to
3 in the morning,
food.
whatever, roadside.
So Dad had Jolly Pop in his truck?
That is the logo of Oakville. The background is the Three Smokes. All right.
Where are you going?
Love you.
You want to sit by the boys?
No.
You leave Mom all by herself?
Girl! Whoa! Have a little campfire.
Whoa!
Marshmallow roast there.
There, River.
Before the sun goes down.
Grandpa Dale? Grandpa Dale, what do you like?